well
On the
that you can
Laredo
place
X
in
and above
between
models,
these items to keep them so you can pick out two at a time. The French
the
toast
2011
keeps
Jeep Grand Cherokee. The safety
beautifully
you need
in a
and the
toaster.
features you
And
want
you can do
at
the
a great
same
price.
for a pancake, as a matter of fact. Pancakes can reheat very well in the
Air
microwave.
conditioning. All models are equipped with Sirius Radio and 1-year Sirius Radio service.
Very well is an omelet.
Tons of technology has been packed inside, including available 506-watt premium audio, navigation, and 20-channel television. Jeep also prioritized safety and security with features such as front and side impact airbags, an emergency communication system, and 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS. On the Laredo, the Sirius Radio and 1-year Sirius Radio service.
Scrambled eggs will freeze beautifully. No problem. In the raw state. So if you want to, sometimes I'll make omelets, whether they're egg white omelet or regular egg omelet, and you can put them together and put them into the freezer once they cool down, and you'll have them, they warm up very well in the microwave oven too. Egg casseroles isn't something you want to necessarily freeze, but there's something that you can make ahead the night before, bake them off, and then once they're baked, and people have had what they wanted, the leftovers can be frozen with no problem and then eaten later. Those things come very simply. That will pack up your freezer with all kinds of good, yummy stuff, easy peasy, simple things that you can buy at your restaurant supply or your Field of Cubs or your Sherman Williams, not Sherman Williams. Yeah, you want to go get paint. Why did I drink on that? What is the moment? Where's my brain? You can find the little silicone egg rings. You get those silicone egg rings and you can make those muffins that you can find at fast food places for breakfast, and it will keep the egg, whether it is a scrambled egg or you need some side up fried egg in there. You can do that. Makes it great for your English muffin to go on top of your English muffin. Makes it easy to stack and put whatever you want on there. Breakfast doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be a massive chore. There are plenty of ways to do things prior to prepare you for the week ahead. If it freezes and it freezes well, do it. Waffles freeze fantastically. If you can find frozen in the frozen aisle of your grocery, if you can find breakfast foods that are frozen in there, you can freeze your own foods that you're controlling. Salt, seasoning, the calories if you want to go to that point, and you can control all of those things by cooking it yourself. So why not? And even, fun bread things. If you want to bake and make a dough at one point, you can go ahead and shape it if it's going to be for rolls or whatever you want to do stuff with. And then you freeze it in that state, and then you can bake them off later. And then you have homemade rolls, you have eggs, you can have your waffles, your pancakes, your French toast, all of those things that were made at home could be reheated either in the toaster, in the oven, in the microwave, and they're still getting fresh baked meals. Granola is something you can make at home and control, putting that with a little bit of yogurt, but you're still knowing what's going into the ingredients. You can do it at one time, build it up, and have it for later. Things like breakfast lasagna, casseroles, obviously, as we're going into fall, become really fun as well, and a tasty option for breakfast. Leftovers go really good for breakfast burritos as well. If you have certain veggies or certain proteins, meat from the night before, or these things as well, they work very well by stuffing them into a tortilla, making them very easy to meal, because they can carry with them if they want. I know they're not really going on buses these days, because even areas with buses aren't running right now because of the lack of drivers. all that to say that there's tons of options that shouldn't be a burden for you day of or sending them off to school because you have a simple meal. There's no reason to skip a good breakfast meal as long as you plan ahead a little bit. When I wasn't getting the meals that I needed for breakfast because I was like, oh, I don't feel like cooking today, I started using this and breaking it up. Now I know that I can reach in and get an egg white omelet or an egg white round that will go into a sandwich, a piece of toast or something, and just makes it easy. When my son Max wants a wonderful breakfast like French toast or something, I know that it's already made, it's in there, all we have to do is reheat it. The same you would if you bought it at a grocery store. But you know, it's with love. Stick around, we got one more segment, and then we'll hand it off to Steve Gregory. Let's get the latest news now.
My name is Jane, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Americans across the nation marking the 20th anniversary of 9/11. TSA agents at Boston Logan International Airport, where two of the hijacked planes took off from, paused the screening of passengers at 8:46 this morning to remember the lives lost. Oregon Sheriff's Department detectives are looking for the person who shot and killed a 20-year-old man in Compton. Deputies found the man stopped several times around 3 this morning at the White Drive on Greenwich Boulevard. Governor Newsom has voted to keep himself in office. Newsom passed his ballot yesterday at an early voting center in Sacramento. The last day to vote to keep or recall Newsom is Tuesday. At least a third of ballots mailed out have already been returned. And we've got things looking up on the 605.
In the air conditioner marathon, you run till you drop. You can't fix it by just unplugging it and plugging it in again. The AC is working its heart out for you. Your AC needs some TLC. Then you're loving kids. This means a ghetto rejuvenation. Rejuvenation. We're going to bring that air conditioner back to life. Ghetto will bring 6 critical systems back to factory spec and wash those outside coals the right way, not the easy way. Your home will feel too, but your AC will be working a lot less hard and usually a lot less energy. It only costs $149. What only costs $129? Rejuvenation. Rejuvenation. If your rejuvenated system breaks down before the end of the year, I'm going to give you $500 off a new 5-star system. We'll keep you cool, but it's hard to
Start system standard for Laredo X and above models. And a split folding rear seat.
No time to return to normal.
All models are equipped with Sirius Radio and 1-year Sirius Radio service.
It's time to.
Tons of technology
for
has
the
been
time
packed
of your
inside,
life. In
including
this,
available
at
506 watt
This report
premium
is
audio,
sponsored by
navigation,
Norman
and
Honda
20-channel television.
Superstore.
On the Laredo X and above models,
Temperatures in 60s, sunny against tomorrow, highs in the 70s to the beaches, 80s to low 100s inland. This report brought to you by MGM Resorts. Power Fires out in Whittier on the 605.
It prioritizes
Back
style,
north on that
over
Rose
train
Hill Road,
versatility,
it's been
and safety.
and
In
moved
an
out of the
exceptional
two right
SUV
lanes where
package.
traffic is recovering from Washington Boulevard. Diamond Bar, the 60 eastbound at Grand Avenue, a stop car is still stuck in the carpool lane at the stop and go ride from Lemon Avenue. Rich City on the 10 westbound at Western Avenue. Watch out for a countdown car in the left lane there. Overall, it's a busy drive from the 60s. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
navigation, and
Summer
20-channel
may be
television.
almost over, but there's still time to get super prices on the super selection of new Hondas. During the final days of the Honda Summer Sales Event, return your Honda lease to one of their 5 Mastertown Super Centers and upgrade today. Online at normreads.com.
Prioritizes
The
style,
pandemic reminded us we
powertrain
live in a
versatility,
sea of
and
airborne
safety.
germs that can
In an
assault us with
exceptional
every
SUV
breath.
package.
Your nose is the body's first line of defense by helping filter out allergens, bacteria, and viruses before they reach your lungs. But like any air filter, the more clogged up it gets, the less it works. So how do you clean your nose? I'm Martin Hope, and I didn't invent nasal irrigation. The neti pot's been around thousands of years. But I did invent Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to flush out mucus and germs that cause congestion, or worse, can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without trouble. Device has over 70,000 online reviews, averaging 4.7 stars because it works and it's easy to use. Go to Device.com or find Device at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Now available with eucalyptus for a spa-like experience. Nirvana, NAV, Clean Nose, Healthy Raw, Stable Cadet has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, 2-pocket paper folders are just 15 cents. And comp books, 24-pack Crayola crayons, and 8-pack of Pet Rally No. 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. It's 9/11 when at 30. Pocket folder offer in store only. Staples. In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manning was killed in Iraq after serving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the 5 words he spoke before leaving for his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today feel the spirit of Travis Manning Foundation. Words that live in veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians who go out of their way to find a way, who help others with the help of others, who bounce back after each setback, who make good on good intentions. Who Travis Manning Foundation, if not me, then who, are words that can live in you too. Show the world what your character is made of, because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismanning.org. That's travismanning.org.
Security system and 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS.
There's never been a better time
Standard electronic stability control and hill start assist,
You can
which
save
prevents
hundreds of
rollback
dollars
on
on your
graded
mobile bill.
surface.
Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today. And in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum payment required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply.
Feature standard
Visit
electronic stability control and hill
spectrummobile.com/save.
start assist, which prevents
There once
rollback
was
on
a
a
place
graded
where our
surface.
differences did not matter, where strangers stood shoulder to shoulder, connected by nerves to help. To get back to that place, all we
Upping the
need
standards
is
associated
remember
with
the
mid-size
11th of September.
SUVs.
9/11 was a tragedy, but it was also a moment of togetherness. To honor the 20-year remembrance of 9/11 and those lost, let's do a good
Feature
deed
standard
this September
electronic
11th.
stability control
Let's never
and hill
forget
start
what we're
assist, which
capable of
prevents
doing
rollback
together.
on a graded
Through
surface.
your good deeds at 911days.org. Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Jeep
Yes,
Wrangler
I know.
Unlimited.
I have a
Upping
calming
the standards
demeanor. You know when it's your
associated with
job
mid-size
basically to push
SUVs.
people beyond their comfort zone, it's good to make them feel as safe as possible. Like an open heart surgeon for your home. You'll do fine. No worries. We got you.
Home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Tomorrow morning at 9 on KFI.
AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on that KFI radio app. Hey everybody, it's the Fourth Port, all things food, beverage, and beyond. I'm your well-fed host, Neil Cabedra. Thanks for hanging out. Normally we're with you for 3 hours, 2 to 5 every Saturday, right here on KFI. Today is a little different because we are commemorating the 20th anniversary of the attack on the World Trade Center and the United States. Steve Gregory, our award-winning and star reporter here at KFI, is going to be doing a special coming up at 3 o'clock. Please stick around. It's going to cover some different issues that you might not be thinking about when it comes to 9/11 and what has taken place in the past 20 years. Right now, we have one more segment together. I know that we're creeping up on fall. I know it doesn't feel like that here. And if you look at the weather throughout next week, it's pretty nice. It's not a little warm. We're kind of spoiled here in the Southland, but fall will be coming. And I kind of wanted to hype up some other flavors than the usual suspect. I'm not even going to say suspect, because we all know that everybody focuses on pumpkin. Strangely enough, pumpkin spice doesn't really have pumpkin in it. I've told you that many times on the show. It's kind of a misnomer because the spice, actually it's literally what it is. It's pumpkin spice, but people think it has pumpkin in it. Pumpkin spice is merely the spice that is used in making pumpkin pie. Anywho, it is what everybody talks about flavor-wise during the fall, and I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of great flavors, like apples, wonderful apples. They're such a great fruit. They're crisp, they're sweet, They're delicious. They do well in baked goods. You can have them on their own, or you can make a sauce with them, whatever it is. Pork chops, oh my gosh. With apples, pork chops, and apple chops. Tastes the best on it. Another flavor of fall that a lot of people don't think of is brown butter. If you've never made brown butter, or you've never had brown butter, it's wonderful. Not only can it be part of a sauce, with pasta and things like that, you go ahead and you make yourself a nice fall ravioli with brown butter. Good night. However, brown butter is really wonderful in a lot of different cakes as well. Put it in to your cookies. Brown butter in a chocolate chip cookie, ooh. But you can do all kinds of great things with it. It is a technique where you're literally browning the butters in milk fat. In addition to doing it the traditional way, you can also make brown butter, believe it or not. So, doesn't have to be complex. Fantastic flavor. Chai. Everyone says chai tea, but that's really redundant. Chai is another great flavor. Cinnamon, always, in all things, everywhere, at any time. I like cinnamon no matter what. But come fall, there's something about it, the smell of it. I love cider, making cider on the stove. A little bit of apple cider. I put the cinnamon sticks in there. I cut a couple of round slices from an orange and let them float on top there, and just let that simmer in the house. All those nasty, frustrating feelings you've had from being on Southland freeways will melt away in that happy, lovely concoction on your stove. Cloves, which would go very well in that apple cider as well. Cloves are delicious and can be used in many different things around holidays or the household. Meat, using sauces, baked dishes, all the cranberries, of course, can be used, not just that gelatinous crazy stuff that slides out of the little can. You know who likes that? Your friend of mine, Gary Hopkins.
Injection engine has plenty of horsepower and torque
onto
for
a
all
plate
your
and you
off-road
lift it down.
adventures.
Ginger is something that a lot of people don't think about, but ginger really brings out some fall flavors and with others as well. One of my favorite fall flavors is maple syrup. Not only is it good on baked goods and things as well, but try it in a cocktail. You know I love an old-fashioned. Well, an old-fashioned made with maple syrup in place of your simple syrup or your sugar, it becomes a treat, and the cocktail becomes magnificent. So now you're using maple syrup, a good maple syrup, okay, the real deal, not some garbage, the real expensive stuff. You put that in there. You add your bitters, in this case you want to use your mango, or your traditional old-fashioned bitters, and your orange bitters in there. I like to add just a tiny bit of cornflour in there, and then you add your bourbon, your rye, your whiskey, whatever you want in there. I stir it up in the glass. Sometimes I'll put it in a cool mixing glass, but I have no problem making my old-fashioned with a glass. Like that, soften that ice and get it nice and chilled. Let a little bit of the wetness from that ice helps that bourbon to bloom, and whoop, you got yourself a delicious treat. So it's not all about pumpkin spice, people, is what I'm trying to say. All right, stick around. Steve Gregory coming up with a special on 9/11, so go nowhere. Thanks for hanging out. I know it was a short show, but at least you got to hang out for a little bit. Be kind to each other, be empathetic, and I'll catch you on the flip side. This is Neil Saavedra, the full report on KFI Los Angeles.
We tried less stimulating talk. It ended poorly. KFI.
Combining the Subaru Boxer engine, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and plenty of room for cargo and companions, the Outback is ready to let your adventure begin.
I'm Amy King, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The
Combining the Subaru Boxer engine, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and plenty of room for cargo and companions, the Outback is ready to let your adventure begin.
President Biden and the First Lady visited the site where the Twin Towers collapsed after hijacked planes flew into them. The names of the victims who died were read aloud. There were 6 moments of silence, marking the moment each tower hit, the time each fell, the moment when the Pentagon was attacked, and the time hijacked Flight 93 crashed in Pennsylvania. Officials in New York say they're ready for potential threats related to the 20th anniversary of 9/11. NYPD counterterrorism chief Martian Cicero says her department has been planning for the anniversary for months.
We facilitate a multi-layered, robust plan in place for every screening process, every entrance, from the top of the buildings down to the ground.
The Fraser team is also monitoring social media posts for any content that seems like it could be related to a threat to the city. News brought to you by American Vision Windows. The body of a U.S. Marine killed in a suicide bombing in Afghanistan was returned home to Massachusetts on the 20th anniversary of the attacks that led to the war. Sergeant Johanny Rosario Pichardo was among the U.S. service members and Afghans killed in the August 26th bombing of the Kabul airport. People in her hometown of Lawrence lined the streets and waved flags as a vehicle procession of police, firefighters, and others accompanied her casket to a funeral home. A public wake is planned for Tuesday. A man from LA has been stabbed in New York City by a man police say has been arrested twice in the last month for punching strangers in the face. Police say the man stabbed was walking with a group near Broadway last night when Adam Marino threw a package of strawberries at them. The 29-year-old confronted Marino, who stabbed him. He's been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The stabber's been arrested again. LA County Health Director Barbara Ferrer says 100% of COVID-19 cases in the county are now the Delta variant.
Fully vaccinated people are well protected from severe infection through Delta variant. It's now clear that fully vaccinated people can become infected, and if infected with Delta, will infect others.
Ferrer says cases per 100,000 people are down 13% from mid-August. Despite the drop, Ferrer says the CDC still has classified the transmission of the virus in LA County as high. The Kaiser Hospital building on Sunset Boulevard in LA has been damaged by fire. The fire started around 12:20 this morning on the 7th floor of the hospital. Firefighters were able to keep the fire in one room. The fire burning in Butte County has burned nearly 950,000 acres. The fire is 62% surrounded. More than 1,300 structures have been destroyed by the fire. This fire is the second largest in California history. The time capsule has been installed inside a pedestal of a statue of a Confederate general in Virginia. The statue of Robert E. Lee was taken down earlier this week, but the statue's pedestal stayed. Workers in Richmond put in a new time capsule after a capsule from 1887 buried inside the pedestal couldn't be found. The state government official confirmed the new installation was officially complete. The capsule contains remembrances of current events, including those connected to COVID-19 and protests over racial injustice. Claudia Stefani, KFI News. Could a big rig fire in Long Beach after fires today on the 405.
That's heading northbound at Lakewood Boulevard. It's along the right shoulder, but it's causing heavy delays from the 605. Some good news if you're in Diamond Bar on the 60 eastbound at Grand Avenue. An earlier spot car on the carpool lane is off the freeway now. Traffic is recovering from 11th Avenue. Stillbar on the C10 west side, a full closure there. All lanes shut down until 5 a.m. Monday in between Rockford Street and the 5. You're currently seeing delays from Polk Street. KFI and the Giants help get you there faster. And Pedro Moreno.
It's going to cool down, but it's going to be a few days before that happens.
Contractor license 1047-781.
Imagine running a marathon in the desert in the summer. And this marathon doesn't have a finish line. In this marathon, you run till you drop. It's called the Air Conditioner Marathon. In places like Minneapolis or Portland, or any of them other places where it don't get real hot, air conditioners can last 20 years or more. But down here, where birds burst into flames in midair and fall down fully roasted from the sky, yep. What are you doing? I'm helping people understand this as well. Here in the desert, air conditioners last about 11 years. But you don't have to spend money on a snowblower, or salt for that icy sidewalk, or windshield deicer for your car. Exactly. I don't think they need any of those things in Portland. Get out there, Portland. I make the same in Minneapolis. A new heating kettle will keep your home cooler and use a lot less energy. So if you think your AC might be about ready to go to air conditioner heaven, call Kfi Am. It's cool. It's hard to stop.
Someone uses your toilet and it overflows. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is for your guests and for you? Hello, I'm John Coyan, owner of Rooter Hair Plumbing. You're hosting a party, the water's on the floor, and your guest has to tell you that the toilet is backed up. And worst of all, you have to tell your guests that they can't use the bathroom. I shudder when I tell this story because it happened to me. Can you imagine? I own Rooter Hair Plumbing and my toilet overflowed. Talk about being humbled. Well, the truth is, it could happen to anyone. And the solution is to call 866-DRAIN-77. That's what I did, and our plumber was here within the hour. Not because I'm the owner, but that's just what we do. I'm so confident that you'll be satisfied with our services that I put my cell phone number on every business card. 866-DRAIN-77. That's 866-DRAIN-77.
A practical vehicle that doesn't sacrifice time.
Yeah, 102-88-86.
Southland weather from KFI. Clear skies tonight, lows in the 60s. Highs tomorrow about the same as today. 70s to the beaches, mid-80s to mid-90s for Metro LA and Inland OC. Low 90s to low 100s to the highlands and Inland Empire. A slight cooling trend as we head into next week. Still sunny and warm on Monday, Tuesday, highs in the 80s and 90s. Cooling mainly into the 70s and 80s for the end of the week. It's 96 in Diamond Bar, 83 in Newport Beach, 95 in Palmdale, 88 in West Hollywood. We leave local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Amy King.
KFI AM 640, heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning. 64 degrees at 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday, September 11th. Here's what's happening. It's primary day, and the polls are open in New York City.
September 11th, 2001, 8:45 a.m. It was the beginning of another day along the East Coast.
Stock exchange closing begins for a solid open to the trading day. Stock index futures point to some buying.
Then, 1 minute later, 8:46 a.m., New York City.
This restaurant you're looking at, obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
American Airlines Flight 11 crashes into the World Trade Center's North Tower. Minutes later, United Airlines Flight 175 slams into the Trade Center's South Tower.
We're going to take a look at videotape just moments ago of the second plane hitting the World Trade Center. That is spectacular pictures. That too was a passenger plane, perhaps some type of navigating system or some type of electronics would have put two planes into the World Trade Center within, it looks like about 18 minutes of each other.
Meanwhile, here on the West Coast,
A plane crashed into a New York landmark. Good morning, this is the 6 o'clock news here on KFI. I'm Ken Gallagher. Smoke is pouring from the upper floors of the north building of the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York right now. CNBC is reporting the witness says a plane hit the building and that evacuations have been ordered. CNN is reporting the plane appears to be a commercial jet, perhaps a 737. According to one of the witnesses, it struck the building about two-thirds of the way up from the ground. More on that as it becomes available. KFI's Talk Radio Handle show is already into its second hour. Handle has just learned of the attack during a break. Good morning, everybody. 6:09 KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk radio. Bill Handle, and a pleasure to have you with us. If you have not yet heard, a few minutes ago, an airplane crashed into one of the World Trade Centers, followed by a second plane that crashed into the second World Trade Center. We now have both buildings on fire, and it's hard to say at this point, but that cannot be an accident. This is out of a movie. The airplane was in for and was timed to do the maximum amount of damage and to hurt and kill and name the most number of people. So we do have a bulletin from Associated Press that says a plane has now crashed into the Pentagon.
This is the worst nightmare for American
Becca
security
hugs the
forces
road
and people
under
in the
adverse
States.
weather
We
conditions without
assist with
sacrificing
this.
agility.
It appears some group or another has declared full
The
scale
2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs.
Without sacrificing agility.
Nothing left of it. The whole thing just came down.
The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs. Becca hugs the road under adverse weather conditions without sacrificing agility. The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs. And four-wheel disc brakes with ABS. With its Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, the 2011 Subaru Tribeca hugs the road under adverse weather conditions without sacrificing agility.
One thing I promise you, it will never be the same in this country.
The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate traction control, anti-whiplash front head restraints, a security system, and four-wheel disc brakes with ABS. With its Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, the 2011 Subaru Tribeca hugs the road under adverse weather conditions without sacrificing agility.
Some 25,000 more injured.
The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs.
And this is 9/11, 2 decades later.
Premium audio system with amplifier, subwoofer, MP3 playback capability, available rear seat entertainment system, and power seats. Other available features include an automatic dimming rear view mirror, high-intensity discharge headlights, and others depending on your trim configuration. Passengers are protected by various safety and security features, including traction control, anti-whiplash front head restraints, a security system, and four-wheel disc brakes with ABS. With its Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, the 2011 Subaru Tribeca hugs the road under adverse weather conditions without sacrifice. Available rear seat entertainment system and power seats. Other available features include an automatic dimming rear view mirror, high-intensity discharge headlights, and others depending on your trim configuration. Passengers are protected by various safety and security features, including traction control, anti-whiplash front head restraints, a security system, and four-wheel disc brakes with ABS. With its Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, the 2011 Subaru Tribeca hugs the road under adverse weather conditions without sacrificing agility. The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs.
That's what everybody was talking about when we first came to work. And most people would show up at 6, maybe 6:30 in the morning. First plane with the World Trade Towers, and most offices in the Pentagon, like a lot of places in D.C., have multiple televisions. In my office, big briefing tables, multiple TVs, and we could see the news when the first plane hit the first tower, and some people thought something was up, but most of us thought, oh, it was a traffic plane, and maybe a commuter plane made it past the building.
The 2011 Subaru Tribeca. It continues to dominate among full-size SUVs.
Yeah, we are. We're checking in, and then as we're both talking, we're watching the TV in our respective offices. The second plane hit the second tower, and then we instantly knew it was not an accident. We instantly knew it was a terrorist attack. And equally instantly, the apparatus in the building that spins up around crises started to spin up. So people went to what they call the Executive Support Center in the middle of the building. The Secretary of Defense was at the time giving his regular CIA briefing that morning, and he wanted to get some more information before he came into the support center where some of us were. And so he was in his office, we were in that center when we felt the plane hit the Pentagon. And the Pentagon is a very large building, but even in the center of the building on the third floor, you could feel this enormous thump, and the building actually moved a little. And it was muffled, but incredibly loud noise.
Did you know, Tori, something was wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew something was wrong. We knew the building had been attacked. Despite the fact, it's still crazy 20 years later. Despite the fact that we were working on this crisis management, if you will, of 2 commercial airliners hitting the World Trade Towers, and we felt this enormous thump and heard that noise. My first thought was not that it was a plane, because prior to 9/11, you just don't think of large planes flying in the building. My first thought was it must have been a car bomb, because there had been rumors of different things going on around Washington, D.C. at the time after the two planes hit the World Trade Center. So my first thought was it must have been a hard bomb or something like that. And it actually was the Secretary of Defense
Defines
himself
the
who was our
2015
first eyewitness
Subaru Outback.
outside. When it happened,
Ensuring
and
composure
he
no
didn't
matter the
fit
driving
the video,
circumstances.
he went outside the building.
It features an
himself.
automatic transmission,
And
all-wheel
he
drive,
honestly
and a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine. It all starts at the exterior.
And he was the first one who was eyewitness of the fact that it was a plane.
And we're talking about Donald Rumsfeld, of course.
Yeah, Secretary of Defense.
More with Corey Clark, but first, this is KFI AM 640, time for a news update.
I'm Amy King, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. President Biden and the First Lady have been joined by former Presidents Clinton and Obama to mark the 20th anniversary of the attacks on the World Trade Center in New York City. The Bidens also visited memorials at the Pentagon and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania today. The New York Mets are hosting the Yankees tonight. It's the first time the Subway Series has overlapped with September 11th. California lawmakers have finished work on the 2021 session. They passed this session to make it easier to buy small apartment buildings in areas zoned for single-family homes, pay people struggling with drug addiction to stay sober, and make ethnic studies a high school graduation requirement. We'll take a look at what's going on the road next.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So, refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fix at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the Financing Law. Number 603-77. An equal opportunity lender. Rights subject to change and may not be available in rate law. Discount points may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Clear skies tonight, sunny and very warm again tomorrow. 70s at the beaches, mid-80s to low 100s inland. This report brought to you by by Big O Tires. We've got a big rig fire in Long Beach on 405.
That's heading northbound at Lakewood Boulevard. It's along the right shoulder. Fire crews are on scene trying to put that out, and they have the right lane shut down, so it's causing a mess from the 605. Royal Heights on the 5 southbound at the 10. Watch out for a stalled car stuck in the middle lane. You're slowly crawling from Los Feliz Boulevard. And if you're traveling on the 405 northbound in at the Fountain Valley, just passing Harbor Boulevard, you'll see brake lights with a slow crawl to about Brookhurst Street. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
Your local Big O Tires has big news. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. You heard right. Get 2 free tires when you buy 2 with the purchase of an alignment and tire protection package through September 12th. For your nearest participating location, go to BigOTires.com.
This report is sponsored by Norm Reed's Honda Superstore. Summer may be almost over, but there's still time to get super prices on the super selection of new Hondas. During the final days of the Honda Summer Sales Event, return your Honda lease to one of their 5 lease return super centers and upgrade today. Online at normreeds.com.
This is Leland Smith, owner of Service Champions Climate Heating and AC. You might find this hard to believe, but the thing that makes me happiest is when my customers' air conditioners don't break down. That's right, we love not fixing air conditioning. We're first and foremost a maintenance company. We catch problems before they happen, when they're tiny and inexpensive. We only charge $88 for our precision tune-up and professional cleaning, and our goal is to catch every single problem and make your